We're gonna play an old song.
Three sleepless nights. This isn't how it's supposed to be. But you're so good at taking your time to get back to me. And I will wait for you forever. If you would just ask me. And I thought that I could change you, but you changed me. But it doesn't feel right holding someone else's hand together and hold on and living at two opposite ends. It scares me to think that you could find takers other than me and better than me. But your head is elsewhere, and I'm talking enough for both of us. When will you see? It's not so easy for me, but you're jealous and just fun, insulting and bruising. And I thought that you said things were improving. These laces are untied, but my feet are walking away. And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And how can you? What is inside me? What have I done? And this is the only way that you notice me. Shepherds with clothing. Sit here, all this is all for you. And it doesn't reach saying this is what's right. Just why can't you understand this? Can you only see one? It's like your mind. I can't take a word.
All right. You guys doing okay out there? Give it up for the band Surrogate and Ruth. Give it up.
We are
have
so
some-
excited to be on this tour. Those bands are just so amazing, not only as people, but their music. We just love it. I know it's kind of different than the bands we normally get to tour with, so it's kind of really refreshing to hear some bands that are doing some different things. So we hope you guys support those bands and go back and buy a Ruth CD and go get the Surrogate CD on August 22nd, which is Matt's
28th.
28th, which is Matt's birthday. Nobody has any questions? Everybody all across. Okay, it's a good one. What has been the defining moment in our band? Honestly, I don't know how many people know, but we moved across from South Carolina to Seattle, and that was probably a huge one because the day we left was September 11th, 2001, so it was like a really crazy day because our parents didn't want us to leave. Nobody wanted us to go because we were moving like 3,000 miles away from South Carolina. So the day that we picked to make, this is it, we're going to really become a band, was like the worst day in American history. So it was a really weird thing. Like we were driving across the country, and everything was shut down and closed, and it was really creepy. Has anybody seen our DVD that came with the question? Awesome. Well, some of you haven't. It was a really strange day because I don't know how many people have heard the story, but we stopped at. You guys have Cracker Barrels here? Do you eat a Cracker Barrel? You guys know. You know what I'm talking about. Well, we stopped there in North Carolina at a Cracker Barrel to eat this big breakfast. Like, yeah, our breakfast, we're going away, and the waitress there was like the most backwoods, missing teeth woman that I've ever seen in my life, and she said, "Did you guys hear what happened?" And we were like, "No." She said, "Tourists have attacked New York," and we were like, "Oh my gosh." I pictured all these like Asians with white socks and cameras just fighting and all this stuff. I don't know, people from other countries just I didn't know what was going on. And then she said, she came back like 5 minutes later and said, "They know who it is." She said, "It's the son of bin Laden, not Osama bin Laden, the son." So it was really confusing. So that was a pretty crazy one. I think there's a question back there. Where does the inspiration for our songs come from? Honestly, most of it is probably our live, personal things that happen to us. Devin and I usually write all the lyrics, so it's just personal things that happen and things that we observe and see, things that we, feel like. Some songs obviously are a little darker and maybe even more than we thought, especially maybe even on the new album. But a lot of our songs have like the broken heart lyrics, and that's just because, man, I've been in terrible relationships, and so has Devin. So it's been kind of tough. So. It's kind of unfair. It's like, guys can break a girl's heart one time, but it's like girls can break a guy's heart like a million times. So it's kind of unfair. So.
Oh.
Yeah, you hear all? No. You hear the girls? All the girls go, "What? Whatever."
Well, that's a question right there.
Girls are players. I'm just kidding. Next question.
Where did we come up with the name Emery? It was in college. We had a long list of names that we were trying to go through, and Toby he was doing an internship as a teacher, and so he had a little boy in his class named Emery, and he put it on the list, and we all liked it a lot, and just thought it sounded nice.
Yeah.
So, that boy is now Toby Morell's son. He's 15 years old.
Yeah.
He was adopted. So
that's not true.
everybody got all serious.
That could have been cool. We had a couple other names too. We really, the second runner-up to Emery was, and this is really serious, the Reginald. We thought that was like the coolest name. And then Matt, tell them what your name that you wanted it to be.
Toby makes fun of me all the time. One name I happened to suggest was...
no, this is the #1 name that he loved the most on earth. Same Day Forever.
Retrospectively, Same Day Forever doesn't sound like a very good band name, but I like Emery. I'm glad we named it that.
Retrospect.